So hi everybody who's already joined. We're just gonna wait for a few more people to join in and we can talk about these amazing puppies. And Danny girl, oh, she's in the whelping center. She always has to make sure it's clean in there. Identical babies, identical babies, identical babies. Come here, come here, come here. Oh, the babies. They're just all, look at that one in the corner, Wayne. Put the camera on little Journey girl, just flipped upside down like that. She's like, don't disturb me, I'm in puppy land. She's dreaming. And so is Queen, actually. Queen still. We call her Teeny Queenie. She's actually the smallest of the litter, but she's so healthy. She's doing so well.
And who's that one you have?
This is Meatloaf. He's the big male. Yes, you're the big male. He's so cute. So cute. I love puppy breath. I love puppy breath. And these two are like duking it out. They're like, come on, play. Play. It's 9 o'clock at night and we like to keep mom and dad or grandma and grandpa and mommy up all night. Danny's still in the whelping center. Danny girl, what are you doing in there? What are you doing? Danny, do you want to come? She's keeping it clean in there because that's where they'll play out here in the, we call it like an extension to Danny's crate. So they'll come out here and they'll play, and usually it's about a good 5-10 minutes and then they all start passing out. Especially after they've had a treat or a snack.
Hi, cutie pie.
What's that? Who do you have?
This is...
Yeah, we have to look at the
Heart.
collars because their hair is like they've already got their double coat right now. They're the third time they've graduated up to a collar, and the collars are well, like they're fitting them very well. It's just that their hair is covering them, so I can kind of tell right away which puppy is which by their size. But some of the markings are unbelievably the same. Like this one's little. She is so adorable. She used to be the run to the litter, but then we started supplementing her with Espalac because she wasn't just, it was harder for her to access mama because all the bigger ones were kind of pushing her out of the way. So now that she's been supplemented with not only Mummy Time, but some Espalac, which is goat's milk safe for puppies, she's like right up there with the rest of them now. Who do we have? Who do we have? This is Toto Girl. So I should mention that. So I don't know how many viewers have jumped on.
21 in the live feed, it says.
21. Okay, so
Danny. Sorry, Danny keeps jumping in front.
Danny wants to be a camera hog. And right now they're actually trying to grab a drink from her. She's
It's a mad dash to the nipples.
Yeah. Look at them, Wayne. Show them
Oh,
they're all like,
I don't know if they want to see that, but all right.
what the heck? It's normal. But they've all got their milk teeth in now. Let me see if I can pull one up and we can show you. They've all got their milk teeth in right now. Danny stands for to do it. She's like, don't play with my babies. Don't play with my babies. But if I can show you, come in, sweet girl. Come in, sweet girl. She's not cooperating. Let me get another one. Party girl. If you open your mouth, they've actually got all their milk teeth in now. Their canines and their milk teeth. So mama's not too pleased with them suckling right now. So they're going to be 4 weeks next Wednesday. And that's when we'll start the weaning process. We have to do it gradually though, so that Danny girl here does not get mastitis and that these puppies, Journey's crying. She's like, I gotta get out this way. So that these puppies don't lose the nourishment that they're supposed to get. But that's why Danny girl's kind of gone down on her feedings right now, just because those milk teeth hurt. Don't they? Don't they? Those milk teeth hurt. And they're technically 3.5 weeks. They'll be available to go to their forever homes on April 17th because we don't want to release any of these babies until they're exactly 8 weeks old. They'll be vet checked, obviously. They actually go for their first appointment this Wednesday on their 4-week birthday. This is Queen for their 4-week birthday because they'll have to be dewormed. And plus we were going to give our vet a pizza pepperoni party because they did a fabulous job bringing all these puppies into the world. It was quite the experience. It was almost life or death for Danny girl and the babies. So last minute, they decided to do an emergency C-section, and luckily they did because we got 11 healthy babies. She actually delivered 12, but unfortunately one was stillborn. And kudos to our vet because one's chewing on my socket.
I 51 on.
Kudos to our vet because she did everything she could. They did so many life saving measures. We named him Boston. All of our puppies right now, I don't know if everybody knows, but all of our puppies right now are named after 70s rock bands. So we named the stillborn Boston, and he was the smallest one to come out of utero. And they were mentioning to us the reason why was because the medication they gave Danny girl to sedate her for the emergency C, obviously transdermally affected him really bad because he was the longest in utero. But the rest all came out, and we actually had to revive each and every one of them because the medication does sedate not only Danny, but it does sedate the puppies. So all of us were given a baby, and we had to revive one. My husband was given a boy. He doesn't remember which one. We have 3 boys right now. That are available. We have Kiss, who's the largest of the litter, and we have Poco. We actually call him Poco Nut for short, or for a nickname, because he's just a crazy puppy. He's in the yellow collar. Kiss is in the white collar, and then we have Meatloaf in the navy blue collar. So those are the 3 boys that are available, and then the rest are all girls. So it was like woman power, girl power litter for sure. Aren't you? Where are you going? I'm actually surprised they're still up. Usually about 5 minutes of them roughhousing with each other or their mother, they're passed out. Danny's looking to see what Ambrosia. So I don't know if any of you have any questions about our babies or the mom, or just let us know there on live, and we're going to answer everything. We'll be here for about a half an hour. This is actually our first live, so welcome to everybody who joined. Yeah, say welcome to everybody who joined. This is Ambrosia girl. She actually was the second last to come out of utero. And she's doing so well. She's doing so well. Like, look at those paws. But everybody has a double thick coat. These are long-haired German Shepherd, show line, straight saddleback. Say that 10 times fast. It's a tongue twister. Baby dogs. Now the dad, if everybody is a follower of ours, is Brooklyn. And Brooklyn actually had to have an emergency neuter in the beginning of November. And 6 weeks post-op of his neutering, he decides to mate with Danny girl. So I'm like, what? Like, I thought that can't happen because he was neutered. I thought, there's no way. So I 1-800 my vet, and she's like, don't worry about it. Brooklyn is neutered. There's no way, because Danny was in her 12th day of her heat cycle. And I was like, we didn't use protection. We didn't push up the gates. We didn't do any of that because we knew Danny and Brooklyn have always been close. They've always, you know, gone on walks together, played in the backyard together. It's almost like a courtship they have. So it's really close to witness and watch. But we didn't let, like, he's always been a jumper of all these gates that we have in our house right now. So we let him jump the gate, and then all of a sudden we find him and Danny girl mating. And when the vet told us that there's no way that they could have babies. It's like 98%, I guess, against her. Oh, she's actually feeding right now. That's really cute. She's like, I'm just gonna stay over here and feed. And the other ones are puppy dreaming on her bed. They're like, I'm having a midnight snack. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with details, but long story short, he ended up having more fluid in his prostate, so more fluid in the tank, and actually gave us some miracle babies with Danny and him. So this will be the only litter for Brooklyn. So that's why we're very blessed. Like, all these puppies to us are quite a miracle, because they wouldn't have been here. They wouldn't have been here, right? This is actually Journey. She's so affectionate, so close. She loves, she loves touch. She's very desensitized, so she loves to just snuggle. And watch this. Watch if you scratch her belly. Her little feet go. And see how they're teething? I actually got them some teething rings, and they really enjoy it, which is kind of funny. But look at those claws. I have to do their claws. Heart is done. She got a mani-pedi today, but the rest I'll have to trim because they're getting quite sharp. They're actually slicing me all up.
Rebecca commented, are you selling the pups?
We will be rehoming them. We will be selling them. If you want to know any more, I'm not really going to talk about, I guess, that much in detail about that transition. Right now, it's just kind of a meet and greet for these babies. But yes, Rebecca, we will be rehoming them. We're going to be keeping one baby, and he was actually the runt of the litter. My son, Craig, has such an attachment to him, so he'll be staying with us. But the rest of the puppies will be available. As much as it's gonna break my heart, but they will be available. But thank you for your comment, Rebecca. If you wanna know more, you can DM me or just private message me. We were gonna play some music in the background because they actually like Frank Sinatra, believe it or not. And but it's copyright, so we can't do that at all. So we can't do that. Now you can see a lot of them are kind of passing out. They're so tired. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. But yeah. And this one actually looks like her uncle. Journey Girl looks like her uncle. Dagmar, if you follow us, you'll see there's a lot of TikTok videos of Brooklyn and Dagmar when we first brought them home. Brooklyn is the dad and Dagmar is Brooklyn's brother. They're biological brothers. And we brought them home on March 7th in 2020. They were both born January 31st, 2020. And so they're litter mates. So she's got a lot of red in her. So she looks a lot like her uncle. And Danny Girl's sister, River, they're also litter mates. They were born July 4th, 2022. 2022, your mama was born. No one looks like River right now. Nobody looks like their auntie. But we do have quite a few of them, like Ambrosia, Toto. They look identical to what Danny Girl looked like when we first brought Danny Girl home. And two look like the one my son is keeping, we named him Sticks. He looks identical to Brookie Bear. So it's so funny, like watching the characteristics and the traits and the markings peek through. When we first brought them all home, they were tiny little, I can't even say nuggets. They were just like, they look like little, like baby squirrels. They had absolutely no body fat to them, obviously. And because her litter was quite large, we expected, how many weighing? Like between 8 and 10, maybe max.
10 at the most.
Yeah, for her first litter. When they did, when I rushed Danny in because I knew she was having contractions for the first, I would say 72 hours. And I was up all night with her and nothing was moving. Her water hadn't broken. She was still not eating. She stopped going to the bathroom as often. And I'm like, okay, you know what? There's something wrong. And that's when I rushed her to our vet. And they still, so the funny thing about all this is our vet still tried to assure me that all the symptoms that Danny was feeling or kind of enduring, because their gestation period for canines, I don't know if you know, is about 60 to 63 days. So when we found Brooklyn and Danny mating, they were locked back to back. It was December 21st, which is actually my niece's birthday. So it was December 21st, and like I said, it was in Danny Girl's 12th day of her heat cycle. So we kind of did the math and said, okay, if she were to be pregnant, even though we had a relaxin test done, which is a hormonal test of the mother just to see if there's that pregnancy hormone in there, and her relaxin test came back negative 4 weeks after she had mated with Brooklyn. So for basically 6 weeks out of Danny Girl's pregnancy, and you got to remember they're only pregnant for 8 weeks. So for the first 6 weeks, our vet's office was kind of steering us in the direction that this was a pseudo pregnancy. And it wasn't until, and my husband didn't deviate. My husband is the only one, actually, because I'm such a science person. Like, I believe, oh, are we going to pee right in front of everybody? My husband was the one that, no, let's not step in it, lovey. Let's go this way. My husband was the one that didn't deviate from that. He was like, no, she's absolutely pregnant. She's absolutely pregnant. And I'm in the pharmacy world, so I'm really into science. And when that relaxin test came back negative, I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe this is a pseudo pregnancy, and, you know, believe the science, right? Well, 2 weeks after we got the relaxin test, she had a mild ear infection. So I brought her in, and I was explaining to our doctor that, you know what, I'm actually feeling baby's mood. And they kind of, again, told me it could be a muscle spasm. And I'm like, no, there's no way it's a muscle spasm. So when we did rush her in on February 21st, because her vitals did not look good, they gave her an x-ray just to determine, in fact, if she was pregnant or not. And the x-ray actually showed 14 babies. We, like we just mentioned about 10 minutes ago, we thought it was only going to be anywhere between 8 and 10 babies. But it looked like there were 14 in there. But the x-ray was a little off. There was 12. And like I said, 1 was stillborn. But we do have 11 healthy little rugrats and nuggets here.
Who's this one?
So we have 7 girls. So we have 7 females and 3 males. And look at their yawns. They're starting to fall asleep.
Who is this
Do you
one?
have anything to say to the camera?
Is that Queen? That is Green. That is Queen.
Yeah, we call her Teeny Queenie. she's the smallest of the litter right now. We got to fatten her up. She's not getting a lot of nipple time because by the time she does have access, her mom's given up because of those teeth. See those teeth? Let's see those teethers. You want to see those teeth? Where are those teethers? Love you. Love you. Yeah.
This puppy pile.
And that's what they do too. It's very warm in this room. We have to keep it at a temperature.
Are you trying to lick the camera?
Degrees.
She's stop licking the camera.
She's saying, "Hi TikTok fam. Hi TikTok.
And who is it?
Thank you for following us." Let me see. It's Abba Girl.
Oh, Abba.
Hi Abba. Hi Abba. So yeah, so we should introduce all of them. So like we said, this one is Queen. This one is Queen, and she's a female, and she's got such a black face. Oh my gosh. I thought she was going to be all black until I started seeing, I call them blush smears, until I started seeing a few brown and tan come on her cheeks. They look very tan as well.
Lost connection, it says.
Oh, really?
Unstable connection.
Oh dear.
Good connection.
There
Okay.
we go.
All right.
So we're back. And then I don't really want to bother the ones that are sleeping.
No.
Wayne, do you want to? Oh dear.
Good connection.
There
Okay.
we go.
All right.
So we're back. And then I don't really want to bother the ones that are sleeping.
No.
Wayne, do you want to hand me Abba?
I don't know if lost connection again, Debbie. I don't know how you get it back. Now it says good connection. So I don't know if we're on or not, but the timer seems to be stopping.
Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Oh, they're getting so sleepy too. They're getting so tired.
Well, we're 20 minutes, so.
They're getting so sleepy. And this one is Abba.
Oh, they're in.
This one is Abba. And let's see what her markings look like. So she looks very similar to Queen, but she's a lot bigger. The only difference is if you look here, her coat is, her double coat has some brown coming in. So if you look at Danny girl, well, Danny's in her crate right now, but Danny has a brown crown too. So I think she's gonna look like a lot like her mom. And who's next? This is Kiss. This is the biggest of the litter. He is the alpha. He runs this pack actually. He corrals them up just like what a shepherd would do. He corrals up these babies. And yeah, he kind of pushes his way around, don't you? You kind of push your way around, don't you? But that's okay. He's the alpha, and we're not really supposed to interfere at this age anyway. Doggy politics. Obviously, when they're 8 weeks plus, that's when you kind of start to interfere. But right now, they're just kind of figuring out their place in the pack. So he's watching me. Where are you going, Danny girl? Where are you going?
So must YYY asked how much for him.
Well, you'll have to message me. I just don't want to discuss price on live, but you can definitely feel free to message me after we do go live. This one is Kansas. So sorry. Kiss, who I just had, was a male. This one is Kansas. Oh, there's a big yawn. There's a big yawn.
Say hi.
Say hi, Kansas. You gonna say hello? Yeah. And she looks a lot like Queen too, but she's just a little bit bigger. They have a lot of similar features. It's like they're twinsies. Twinsies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Cute little poonum.
So tired. We have Danny over there trying to feed some. She's like, I'm just gonna hide from everybody and I'm gonna go over here. She's actually, this is kind of stressful for her, so I think we're gonna end live pretty soon because this is, she loves to be by herself. She lets my husband and I and a couple of my sons enter her nest, but she hasn't let Brooklyn in yet. She'll let Brooklyn on the first floor. We've kind of converted our dining room into this puppy nursery right now, if you look around. We've kind of converted it. And my husband and I have been, when they were during the first 2 weeks of their life, we were actually air mattressing it here because they were all in the whelping station when it was controlled by temperature. But as of 2 weeks, they don't need that any longer. So they kind of come here to play. And then when they do fall asleep, I mean, they love Danny Girl's bed because it smells like her. But when they do fall asleep, they'll go back into the whelping center. And my husband and I kind of camp out in the living room now because these guys are waking up, I would say every 2 to 3 hours, and they're drinking anywhere. The ones that we do bottle feed, because obviously Danny has 8 nipples and there's 10 babies, and she doesn't even use all of 8 nipples every feeding. So it's usually about 4 puppies that we'll have to bottle feed in between. And then we kind of rotate them. So we'll I jot everything down and I make sure that everyone gets mama time. Everyone gets mama time. And not all of them, not all of them like the bottle. Especially Kiss. He's such a mama's boy, right? So especially Kiss. And like I said, he's the alpha. So he does push his way around for that nipple and he always gets there first. But yeah, like I said, they do eat about every 2 to 3 hours. And they're drinking, I can't really tell how much they're drinking from Danny Girl, but from us, they're drinking anywhere from 30 to 40 mils. The good news is they will start the weaning process next week. Hello, Ambrosia. Hello, Ambrosia. She's like one of the friendliest. You are such a social butterfly. You are such a social butterfly. Give me your finger. Give me your finger. And they'll start their puppy mush next week. So we're kind of excited about that. So maybe we'll do that as a live as well. We'll let you see them transition onto puppy mush We hear it's supposed to be very messy but cute in the same realm. So we're excited about that. We're having some passing out puppies here. If you can look around, they're all kind of just, they only stay up for about 5-10 minutes. So I was shocked that they lasted for about 20 minutes. I don't know if anybody else has any questions, or because we'll end the live in about 2 or 3 minutes and we'll let Danny have some privacy with her babies. And Danny's recovering. She did awesome with the surgery. So I don't know if you can imagine, she went into surgery, knocked out, woke up to 11 babies. At first she was apprehensive when we got her home and she started to come, like they couldn't reverse the sedation. They had to let her wake up naturally. So when we did bring her home, she kind of looked around at all these little wee babies and, oh, one's dreaming. You can see one's dreaming. The puppy dreams are so cute. You know how humans, we'll go into REM? They actually go into REM a lot quicker and faster than we do. Literally within 2 minutes after they fall asleep, they're in deep sleep. And they dream a lot, and the dreams are so cute. And I don't know what they're dreaming about. Like, they just started to fully see this week. They do have hearing, but their hearing is as if it's underwater. It's kind of cloudy. And they're walking on all their legs now, which is really adorable. They're learning how to maneuver from one end to another. Some of them are running, like Kansas and Kiss, really running up and down. So they're really learning the coordination and the balance of just being a dog. Okay, so if there's no questions, I guess we're just gonna end this live, and thank you all for joining. And if this is like, I don't know, a really creative thing to do, you guys can watch these puppies grow until they go to their forever home. So maybe we'll do this once a week. Do you want to do this? No? Are you bored? Are you bored? Maybe we'll do this once a week. So maybe we'll set a schedule. I know Saturday night is kind of difficult, but maybe we'll go back to our original plan, which was Thursday at 9 o'clock. And if everybody wants to join in, and you can see, and they do grow so fast. Like next week when you see them, they'll be doing like hurdles. And they'll be doing hurdles because they're like, wee. Because they grow. This is Poco. I call him Poconut, but this is Poco. They'll be doing hurdles because they're so big. They grew so fast. And plus they go on Puppy Mush next week, so you guys can watch that. So if you're into this and this is like fun for you and you want to see more and you want to watch them grow, just follow along, send me a message, and we'll make it a regular thing. Okay. Okay, good night, everybody, and thank you for joining.
Good night. Hell yeah.